Baseball truth. You shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free, both mentally and physically. Welcome to this week's episode. This week's episode is sponsored by Baseballism. Go to baseballism.com. Discount code just got over, so you can't get the discount, but they have awesome stuff. Check that out at baseballism.com. Parents, this is a video I've been waiting to do for a long time. This is a video to where it's not a bash a parent video on what they're doing wrong. I'm a parent too, and a lot of the stuff that I'm going to discuss right now is through personal experience over the last 2 decades of dealing with, youth baseball all the way up through high school, college, even pro baseball. And the topic of this episode is basically, I've seen so many players at every level ruined by parental instruction, distracted by parental involvement, affected by parental drama, which is a big one, hindered by parental advice, worried about parental expectations, and ultimately it comes to quitting the game they love because of their parents. And this is at every level, especially at the youth levels these days. So I'm going to cover all these things and introduce you to what I'm talking about and the importance as a parent to not make these mistakes. The benefit of what I've done over the last basically 2 decades, about 20 years of doing this, is I've seen parents who do it right, and a lot of parents do it right, and a lot of parents do a great job with what they're doing with their kids, but I've also seen a lot of parents doing it wrong. You can't even watch a day on social media without some kind of crazy parent involvement, fights, yelling at umpires, arguing with coaches, all that kind of good stuff. You can't go a day without it. I saw one just the other day, and you guys have probably saw this too. We're at a softball tournament or a game. They're fisting it out. Like, parents are balling, like fisting it out, like going at it, duking it over a softball game. Like, are you ridiculously kidding me? Is it really that big of a deal? So this stuff right here, again, is to encourage you as parents to try to make a change. If this is you, please share this video and please get it out there, because this is something that definitely needs to be changed in our culture, in our environment. Parents are ruining the game. Parents are out of control for the most part, and parents, we need to make a change. So the first one is basically that ball players are being ruined by parental instruction. And this could be, again, at any level. I've seen it even at the college levels. I've seen it at the pro levels, believe it or not, where a kid's up at the plate and his parents out there yelling, hey, do this, do that. And the parental instruction, it might not be bad instruction. It might actually be good instruction. But because the kid's thinking about what their dad or their mom is saying, they can't get in there and get the job done. They can't compete for their team. They're worried about what their coach is giving them as far as signs. They're worried about the situation. Then they're hearing dad say, hey, keep your head down. We work on it in practice. And then before you know it, they're thinking about all these things, and they end up being ruined by parental instruction. Now, on the flip side of that, I would say most parental instruction is bad instruction when it comes to how to swing, how to throw, that kind of stuff. Hey, throw a strike. Of course, Dad, I'm trying to throw a ball. You're right. So the instruction that you guys give out, you got to be careful with what you say. I tell our parents all the time, and with what we do is you encourage them when they do well, and you encourage them when they suck. That's basically what's all you do. If you're trying to bark out instruction, you think it's helping, but it's probably actually making it worse. I've seen it all the time. I've seen kids trying to give them a sign, and they look out at they step out of the box, and they're looking at their dad for advice. I'm like, get in the box and just compete. There's nothing anybody can do for you right now. You got to get in the box and compete. So just be careful with what you're saying. It's one of those things as a parent, you want to help your child. I do, but I have to bite my tongue more than I try to bark out instruction, because I know that my instruction at that moment in time probably isn't going to help. So just be aware of what you're saying. And the funny thing about that too is be aware of what you're telling them. A lot of times you go on social media, you go watch a YouTube video, you listen to some dude, Troy's telling you this, and then you try to copy it and do it, and before you know it, you're giving this kid instruction. You think that you're helping, but it's actually bad instruction too as well. There's a lot of bad things that circulate in the baseball and softball communities as far as how to do things, so be careful with that. The next one is being distracted by your involvement as a parent. There's a lot of things to this, but just chill and relax. Just chill and enjoy watching your child play the game. It's hard to do sometimes. I have the same problem too, but just relax and chill. If you're too involved with everything, they're so worried about kind of what their parents are doing versus just allowing them to go pee. The baseball part of it should be their haven to kind of get away and just go be with their friends and go enjoy the experience, not worried about your involvement. I've seen parents up against the fence saying, hey, coach, do this. Hey, coach, they're at 35 pitches. Hey, coach, this. Hey, why are they not batting in the 2-hole? Hey, coach, this. And they're so involved with everything that it totally ruins and it totally distracts their child. And you have to be very, very careful with that. You parents, you helicopter parents as they call them, that you're always around the dugout, always like offering advice, always distracting them. Just let them be. Throw them a Gatorade if they need it, or better yet, get it before the game and let them take care of themselves, and then go away. They want to be there with their friends. They don't want us as parents to be hovering them during the game, telling them what they're doing wrong all the time. So just by being involved too much is going to distract them tremendously. So we don't want that as parents as well. Affected by parental drama is probably one of the biggest ones that you guys have to know as parents. Parents, if I'm going to offer one piece of advice for this video, stay away from the drama. Stay away from the gossip. Stay away from the he said, she said stuff. Stay away from picking apart all the players. Stay away from that parent that wants to come over you and just talk negatively all the time. Your drama will tremendously affect your players' ability to compete and play. Tremendously. Your drama, not their drama, your drama, because they're over there just trying to play the game, and you're over here worried about whatever you're worried about, making it a big deal. Game changer guy over there, that stupid game changer guy. I'm going to punch him in the face. That should have been a hit. Are you kidding me? Like, really? Is it that big of a deal? Because that game changer guy that you're mad at, the kid could care less about. Really, think about that for a second. So the drama part of it is what really creates a negative environment. And it really creates an environment of just anger, and it creates an environment of just negativity all the time. Nothing's ever perfect. Nothing's ever right. It's always, something's wrong with everything. Just let the drama go away, stay away from the gossip, and let your child play, because it tremendously affects them, believe it or not. They know when drama's going on in the stands. You know how many times I've been coaching the game, you see drama going on in the stands, whatever it is, and the whole dugout just stops and looks, and now we can't even pay attention to the stupid baseball game that we're trying to play because your parental drama is creating just a mess. So just be aware of it and stay away from it. If there's one piece of advice for any organization, is do not allow any gossip or drama in your organization, because it will affect everything that you do. It's a team cancer. Parents are a team cancer sometimes if you allow that drama to creep in. Hindered by parental advice is the next one. This kind of is the same thing as far as like parental instruction, but there's a lot of parental advice out there that is hindering them as well. A lot of it is, we got to do this showcase in order to go play at this level, and if we don't do this tournament, then your coach is a moron because they're doing the wrong tournaments, and all this advice as far as what they need to do. Oh, if you're not playing shortstop every time, then you have no chance to play at the college level. Are you kidding me? Really? So you got to be careful what type of advice you're getting to, because even with this type of video right here, there's stuff all over Twitter, there's stuff all over the internet of professional thoughts and professional opinions that you need to do, and before you know it, everyone's running with these opinions that are normally wrong, and then you think it's right, and then you're offering this to your child or your player, and then it's hindering their ability just to go do things the way they're supposed to go do things. So you're tremendously hindering them by offering bad advice. And that's a hard thing to do, because you want to offer good advice, right? You want to gather information from credible sources and offer good advice for your player, but at the same time, bad advice will actually make them worse as a baseball player too. And one of the last ones, there's more to it than this, but I want to keep this short, is being worried by your parental expectations. Yes, if you set expectations at a level where they're just unrealistic, they're worried about it. And guess what happens when your player is worried about what you think as a parent? Yeah, they can't play to their best ability. So if they're worried about what your parental expectations are as far as results, they're not going to play. And then you wonder why they're slumping, or you wonder why they're not doing well, or you wonder why, I paid all this money to Troy and you can't hit right now. It's because of you offering all these expectations that are unrealistic. So be realistic with your expectations. Understand baseball. Most of these parents that are offering these advice and these expectations really never played. And if you did play, you understand that there's a lot of failure in baseball. There's a lot of negative things that happen in baseball that you have to get over. And if you're constantly worried about what your parent expects from you, is what I see on a daily basis, you will never play to your best ability, ever, as a player. I don't care if you're in college. I don't care if you're in pro ball. I know college kids that come back worried about what their dad thinks as them as a person versus them as a player. I don't care if you go 0 for 4 or 4 for 4. If you're my kid, I'm going to give you a hug and say, I love you, dude. I appreciate you working as hard as you can today. You did amazing. Is that hard to humble yourself as a parent? Absolutely. Yes, I look at my son and I'm like, man, you're lazy sometimes. Let's go, pick it up. But at the end of the day, it's a baseball game, right? And we're trying to build life lessons through this. And if they're constantly worried about what you're thinking in a game, they're going to do the same thing in life too. They're going to be constantly worried about what's going on. So you guys got to be aware of that. So with all these things that go on behind the scenes as a parent, it's not too late to make a change. And this is a plea to all parents nationwide to let's make a change collectively. Let's make a change for the better for your player, for your player and their experience in the game that they love. Because if you continue on the path that you're going, they're going to end up quitting. I've seen it over and over and over. And then you're going to blame it on the coach. You're going to blame it on the scenario. But realistically, it's your fault for them quitting sometimes. So this isn't a bash all parents video. This is an encourage parents to let's make a change and let's do the right thing for the benefit of your ball player. It's not too late to ever make a change. Please share this video and please at people that need it in a nice way, because this video needs to change the way people think about how they parent their kids in baseball. God bless.